Who is Sharon Stone? She's an American actress, born in I don't know when. She began her career when Kyle Hester played opposite her in Last Dance. He was the reason for this very film. She had the opportunity to kill him in the film, and without his character, this film would not have happened. This is all. This is all true. What happened with Last Dance and Sharon Stone?
And now, the stunt heard round the world, where Sharon Stone was made famous by Kyle Hester's presence in the stunt.
All right, hey guys. So normally I would have my coffee here, but I just had a bunch of coffee, so this is just water. So, you know, what are we gonna do? But anyway, this is about Last Dance. So it's summertime. It's so freaking hot. Are you guys hot? It's crazy. All right, so let's talk about Last Dance. See, now Last Dance, as we know, in the opening, happened because of me. So. And I mean, you know, sure, that's maybe a little out there, maybe a little, you know, really, Kyle, really, Last Dance happened because of you, you know, Sharon Stone and whatnot. But it's true, because if that movie didn't have my character in it who was killed by Sharon Stone, then that movie would not have happened. So, I mean, one can only draw the conclusion, you know, that the movie happened because of me, and therefore Sharon Stone's career also happened because of me. So, yeah, so you're welcome, you know, America and the world. All of you that are watching this right now, you're welcome. So I had just done Andersonville, which is the film directed by John Frankenheimer, the Civil War film. And so at that point, this was in Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta. And at that point, this was a pretty big deal with Andersonville having just happened. And so I was like coming off of some positive hype, if you will, in the city. And so, you know, like they were like, hey, Kyle, do you want to audition for this, you know, this little part? It's like a cameo, you know, with Sharon Stone. And I said, well, yeah. So, you know, I auditioned for the part and didn't hear back for like 4 months. I'd forgotten about it. And then all of a sudden you get a phone call and they're like, hey, you know, you booked this part. So you want to go to, that should be shot in, I believe, Nashville. So the Last Dance was shot in Nashville. And beautiful city. That was fun. And so, yeah. So basically I get on the, by the way, Sharon Stone was awesome. She was super nice and just like one of the nicest people on a set. So whatever anyone has heard, I had nothing but positive things to say about her. She was awesome. So having said that, Last Dance was my first stunt in a movie. So let's break down like what a stunt is, like how it works in camera, like how a stunt works in camera. So and we'll break it down like kind of with the frames. So she asked me if I had training, you know, like stunt training, and I said, yes, I have. I mean, it's like you don't know how to respond to people, and you know, normally, you know, an actor wouldn't ask another actor if they had training, you know, in a typical kind of setting, because you would think that like the director and producers and would supply the correct person for the role. So it's like, so I was like, yeah, I went to Cal Arts, and you know, so I just told her like what my experience was as far as like stunt training and that kind of thing. And so that was super cool. That was the only like kind of awkward moment when I didn't quite know how okay, I need to just be cool and just answer the question, you know. So that's what I did. And yeah, so what happens like in a stunt? So this picture right here, the one with me sleeping, you know, I mean, you may think that's Kyle sleeping, you know, he's he is sleeping in this picture right now. He is sleeping. I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, you probably won't. I'm just gonna guess that like most people wouldn't know that I actually wasn't sleeping, that I was acting like I was sleeping. So, I mean, this is the real deal, you know. So I'm acting like I'm sleeping. So I had everybody fooled from the very beginning, right? And then at that point, going from directly from sleeping, then we go to, you know, Sharon comes in and she looks like this. She's got this really like mean, you know, look on her face, and she's carrying a crowbar and stuff like that. So my character's like, hey, that's super uncool. You know, like, what are you doing in the house, you know, with the crowbar, you know, like, really, I'm trying to sleep. You know, I was acting like I was sleeping, as we prior explained. But, you know, so I'm like, hey, I'm sleeping, and, you know, what's the deal with you and the crowbar? So, of course, you know, my character's name is Matt. Matt gets up, and he's like, what's up, dude? Except he did never say that. I mean, you've seen the clips, so you know what actually happened. But I'm just telling you the subtext of like what was going on during the whole scene. So gets out of bed, and he's like, "What's up, dude? You know, I'm sleeping here. You know, got my girlfriend, and she's sleeping next to me." I was acting like she was my girlfriend. Wasn't really my girlfriend, but you would not know that because I was acting. So, like, acting like my girlfriend was right there. She was super cool. His name is Rachel Glass. That was serious. So, super cool person named Rachel Glass, who was acting also like she was my girlfriend next to me. So she was acting too like I was her boyfriend and whatnot. But this isn't about that. This is about the stunt. So, the stunt happens. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get up. I gotta say, hey, what are you doing? So then I go, hey, what are you doing? And then before you know it, there's this like smash, and then my character's like, you know, like that, like this, like that one picture, you know, just like that, like smash, like in the middle of the air, you know, like that, and then all of a sudden, you know, through the window, just like that one. Except the thing is, that guy wasn't me.
His name was Randy Fife.
See how this works? See, I go like this, like that, and then by the time the shot gets to like that, it's a stunt.
Randy Fife.
It wasn't me. I know. It's like movie magic because I get up, hey dude, Sharon goes whack and hits me with the thing, and I'm like this, and basically what I did was I went like this, and then just like drop right to the floor, you know. And they said we're gonna cut this, so you just go like this, boom, and that's what I did. So then, stuntman
Randy Fife,
who was super cool, way nice guy, awesome dude. He goes through the window, no clothes on, because we're supposed to be naked. You know, we're sleeping with no clothes, and of course, like. He went through the window with no clothes on. I mean, and this is not like a real window. I mean, it's a real enough window, but it's not glass. It's like they call it sugar glass. Don't really know what it's actually made of. It might be sugar. Might actually be sugar. But yeah, it can cut you, but it's not glass. So I guess it's like like maybe a hardened sugar. I should know this. But anyway. After this awesome stuntman goes through the glass, you will see in the cut right there that was really me again. So I go like, you know, so that's how, okay, serious face. So what they do, they have the actor in the first scene go kapow, like that. And then he starts flying back like this. And then they say cut. And then they say, hey, awesome stuntman guy. And then he goes, yeah, what's up, dude? We need you. On set. We need you to fly through the glass. And he's like, all right, cool, just tell me what to do, you know? Just how do you want it? How do you want me to do it? You know, where should we be facing? You know, that's all he needed to know. How do you want me to face? And I will go through that freaking glass. And he did. So then he goes through the freaking glass. He basically jumps through the glass. He jumps, lands on some Fernie pads and whatever they had, crash pads, mats, and stuff like that stuntman land on. And he was awesome. And then they clear all that away. They clear the stunt stuff away so that the stuntman who landed on there, you know, he's out in the coffee trailer, and I go into the makeup trailer, and they put this big gash, you know, because if you can see from the picture, I was pretty bloody. So it was yeah. So basically, that's how my character died. So anyway, so I go through after the guy crashes through. So anyway, so he's out having coffee, and then it's my turn to come in. Kyle, Hester, first team in, come to set. And I have all this, you know, appliance. It's called an appliance. An appliance, what that is a makeup, like scar or gash wound or something like that. So they put this, like, it's about the size of my hand. So, and it was all made up like the cut was, and then they stick it to your neck like that. So this big gash that's like on my neck is actually made out of foam latex. So they didn't like build it on my skin. They make an appliance, and then they just like stick it on, and then they feather the edges around there, and then you look like you got, you know, smashed by a crowbar, and then you know a piece of glass. That was the idea, that a piece of glass from the window fell and like cut my Matt's jugular. So yeah, so then you see me there on the ground like that, and you know what? I'll tell you what. Because you know, you're watching this video right now, so you know I was also acting at that point that I was dead, because I'm not really dead. And yeah, I mean, isn't that the magic of movies? Is that, like, you know, I'm not dead, and I would have been dead a long time ago. Last Dance, that would have been it. Dead guy, no more anything, you know. No The Chair, no Zombie with a Shotgun, no Preacher 6, no Book of Daniel, no America's Most Wanted. None of it! I would have been dead. Funny story. This is more on the real, you know, Kyle side of things. It's in Nashville, and there's this kid in the neighborhood. It's like the set was an actual house in a neighborhood, and this 11-year-old boy, you know, is riding his bike and whatnot, and he comes up to me, and he says, "Hey, you know, are you an actor? You know, are you in this movie?" And I said, "Yeah. So it's Sharon Stone's in this, you know." And he's like, "Wow, that's really cool. Can I have your autograph?" And I thought, well, absolutely. I said, "You can have my autograph if I can have your autograph." And then he said, "Why do you want my autograph?" And I said, "Well, you're just as important as I am. I mean, we all do something. So it's like, you're going to do something really cool, you know, so I definitely need to have your autograph." And so I think that affected him. So he seemed happy about it. So yeah. But anyway, that's my story about Last Dance. It was a blast. Now you know why Sharon Stone, you know, has the career that she has. Thanks for watching, and support the Patreon, and we will continue making up things and putting it on screen, and we will do it with solar power, and that is the goal of the Patreon campaign. So please support in the link below. The price of a cup of coffee, that's all, and we will make more movies, because as you can see, I'm still here. I am not dead. Sharon Stone did not really kill me. We will press on.